Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Jen and I make homemaking videos. Well, today I finally went to the doctor and she informed me that I need a colonoscopy, I need a mammogram, I need a shingles vaccine, a full panel of blood work, and on and on and on. So all that stuff is getting scheduled and I need to go do it. I'm not excited. I don't like going to the doctor. I won't lie. I hate going to the doctor, but it's necessary. Which one's he picking?
He wants a real. I think he wants this one. Should I give him half of it?
Mm-hmm. So last year when I went and got my mammogram done, they found some type of a cyst and I was recalled in for an ultrasound. And I was supposed to go back in 6 months, but it's been a lot longer than 6 months. So I got to go back in and do that, get that taken care of. And I suppose they're just going to keep an eye on it. They said it was nothing to worry about. So I'll assume they're right and I'm not going to worry. We went to Arby's today and ate there. And then we went to Tractor Supply and bought dog food and puppy pads and treats for the dogs and looked at their clothes, and Bella informed me it was better than Walmart. So you have that. And then we had to go to Social Security. And we finally went to Save-A-Lot and I bought some steak and salad for dinner. I have to say that when we finally made it home, I was completely wiped out and we all took a nap. I think even Bella took a nap today, and that is odd for her because she usually never does. But we were just completely wiped out and took a nap and then got up and made dinner. Today has been one of those days where I'm not necessarily depressed, but it's been kind of a low day. I don't know why, but just sometimes it is, and I've just let it be. And, I was sitting here tonight with Greg. We were watching TV, and I kept telling myself that I didn't want to pick anything up, that I didn't want to make a video, that I didn't want to do anything, that I just wanted to sit there and be. And I knew in my heart of hearts that that wasn't the answer, that I had to get up and do something and be productive and to feel better tomorrow. It would take being better tonight. So I got up, turned on my camera, and started my video. Now, to be transparent, did I clean my kitchen tonight? No. I am far too tired. And I think tomorrow, getting up, making a cup of coffee, sitting, watching the news with Greg, and going to the kitchen and getting it cleaned up will completely reset my day tomorrow, and everything will be much better. I know that it will be. I have faith that it will be. It has to be, right? We've been getting a lot of rain here. A lot of rain. And it's been super muggy and super hot. At least to me. It doesn't take much for me to feel overheated. And all those things combined play a part in my moods. The rainy, gloomy days do not help me. How many of you are affected by the weather and, other factors that are environmental that really do affect your mood? One of the things that affects my mood is a messy house. Coming home and the house being a mess when I got back home didn't help. Running around this morning, getting ready to get out the door, things just getting kind of thrown around. It wasn't helpful. And plus getting up super early when I went to bed super late, not getting enough sleep, that wasn't super helpful. So if you want to avoid a low mood, or at least try to, you need to get enough sleep. You need to live somewhere where you're not going to get tons of rain. You need to have a home that makes you happy. And By the time I was done cleaning the living room tonight, I felt much better. Much, much better. Because I can look and I can see that something got done. Now, the kitchen is a disaster from making dinner tonight, from hurrying out of the house this morning, but that's okay. We'll get back on it tomorrow and we'll be back to normal and everything will be good. I do have a new doctor, and she did give me a bunch of tips for losing weight. And the one thing that she really stressed to me was not to rush it, to take my time, that the maximum amount of weight I should lose in any one week is 2 pounds, and any more than that, it's not healthy. And I need to hear those things because I tend to, when I start dropping weight, become obsessed with it, and it goes too fast, and then I just end up gaining it right back, and I look heavier than I did to start with. So I think this time I'm going to try it somebody else's way and see if that doesn't help. On a good note, my blood pressure today was completely normal, which is the first time I've ever gone into a doctor's office and had them not be concerned about my blood pressure. Because usually between having high blood pressure and white coat syndrome, usually my blood pressure is that of somebody that's 80 years old, if not worse. And today it was absolutely normal. So that was a big plus. The rug in this living room is getting absolutely filthy, especially the corner where I'm vacuuming right now, where the dogs walk through and people walk through and things get spilled as you're coming into the living room. That pink spot, I believe, is somebody dropped some watermelon, and, just everything seems to catch right on that corner of that rug where everybody first comes into the living room. I'd like to put a small area rug down, but I would have to make sure that with Greg being a fall risk, that that the rug was taped down for him. Bella was hunting for moths outside. She likes to see if she can find unique ones. I'm hoping that one of these nights she's able to find a lunar moth. I've only ever seen one of them, and they are so pretty. But I don't know that we have many of them around. I will say, as far as dog food, we're going to start going to Tractor Supply. They had a much better selection there, and I think, per bag, per weight, it's much cheaper. Some of the premium brands at Walmart are just out of control, and we were able to get a more premium brand, and it didn't cost too terribly much. So, and also the puppy pads there were way cheaper as well. Lulu is both outside and potty trained to a mat. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, I got scolded today by an older woman. Greg and I and Bella were going into the doctor's office, and they do have wheelchairs in there. But oftentimes, Greg will just have me hold his arm, and he'll use his cane and make his way in there on foot. It's a little slower, but it's good for him to get some amount of exercise, even if it hurts his hip and leaves him out of breath. But so we get in there, and, once we get in the door, I grabbed him a wheelchair and helped him get in it, and was pushing him through the long corridor that they have. And I got scolded by a lady that said, "You could have brought that wheelchair out to him. You could have," just going on. "You can take them outside, and you should do this and that." And, oh my goodness. I just smiled at her and thanked her. What else can you do? She meant well, but what she didn't know is that he's a human being, and he has the right to walk if he wants to, even if it hurts him or whatever. You can't tell him no. I mean, he does have to have some movement in his life. I mean, but I guess that she saw that he was out of breath and in pain, and thought that I was forcing him to walk, which is the furthest thing from the truth. But I know she was coming from a good place, so it's really okay. And while I'm at it and thinking of it, I will say that when I went in to get some food today, I did not buy any soda. None. I bought a case of water and just in case you guys wonder, we pay a 5-cent deposit on each bottle, and in Maine you bring them back and you get your 5 cents back, and they recycle all the plastic. So I don't have as many qualms about buying bottled water here because it is all recycled as long as you take it in to be recycled, and if you want your money back, you take it in and recycle it. That's the same with all of our soda bottles as well. But I didn't buy any soda. I didn't buy any sweets at all. I did buy some zero sugar things to add into the water. I figured that the kids would like them, and I tried them, and I actually like them too. So it's a good alternative to soda, and without all the carbonation and sodium and all the other things that I'm not supposed to have, the sugar. Hopefully I can just start dropping some weight off just by making that one change, because that is one thing my doctor said. Don't make tons of changes all at once. Just pick 1 or 2 things you can do and let them work. So that's what I'm doing. Soda's the easiest one for me to drop. And I am trying not to snack a bunch either. So although the trip to Arby's wasn't very helpful today, but I'll call it my last big hurrah. Oh, and I also wanted to mention that Greg and I decided we did not need the coffee maker any longer, that we would just stick with the Keurig, so we got rid of it. So that's one more item decluttered and gone from the house. And I'm not going to say that I'll miss it. I actually have been enjoying the Keurig this time around. Even though the pods are a bit more expensive, they make a more consistent cup of coffee, and I actually enjoy it. So the coffee maker will not be missed at all. I decided to fiddle around with what's on the table, but I still don't like it, so I'm going to take a run up to Dollar General tomorrow and maybe pick a few little summer decor items up for the table. I think it would look cute. We're at the end of another video, and I just want to say thank you for being here. I love each and every one of you. Happy cleaning, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, guys, I hate being at the doctor. Time for a checkup.